How best to start this? Trees? Everywhere trees? No, I'm kidding. That's not a very good intro bit, but it's a subtle one for those who get it. Happy 420, by the way. People, Rockstar has forced my hand. I have to make this video, and I have to do it now. I should have probably done it a week ago, but for some reason, years and years and years after some of these vehicles have come out, almost on the 10-year anniversary of this game, Rockstar has decided now is the time to change the prices of a lot of different vehicles. We're talking like $8 million for the Oppressor Mark II. It's pretty much the highlight of this video, if that's all you wanted to know. Oppressor Mark II is $8 million. But there's also like 15 other vehicles that are getting price changes for no reason at all. And I'm going to cover all of them. And I'm going to show you what all the vehicles look like, or what mine all look like. I could just put a list up on the screen right now. I mean, I will put it in the description if you just want to know the information. As far as I can tell, there's no rhyme or reason or logic behind why they chose to change the price of some of these and not other ones. But hey, it is what it is, people. It's the way she goes. First one. All right, starting off with, honestly, one of my favorite vehicles in the entire game. Boom, the Akula. Because it's A. That's alphabetically. I don't get it. See, right now it's 2.75, whatever, 2.78. After this change, it's going to be $4.5 million. This is like one of the top tier vehicles in the entire game. Nice. That's what I wanted to do. This is one of the only aircrafts you can have the Galaxy livery on. And you see how my icon on the bottom left map is blinking? If you aren't familiar, that means I'm off the radar, people. This is one of the best vehicles in the entire game. I've highly recommended it in the past. And if you don't own one, you're slacking. And I'd buy one before it costs an extra $1.5 million. Moving on, though. Next up on the list, the armored box fill here. I mean, I have the trade price here for 2.2 million, but I think it's generally 2.9 million, almost $3 million, and it's lowering down to $1.3 million. So definitely don't buy this until the price change happens in 6 days. Oh, anime titties wherever you can put them, people. That's what I always say. But yeah, I don't think I've ever come down here to even pull this out once. I mean, I have pulled it out once before. The turret on top is not great, and it blows up very easily. I'm not even going to pull it out. That's how whack it is. Well, while I'm down here also, I mean, it's not alphabetical, but the Ruiner. Like, off the bat, this thing is like $6 million or something like absurd. After the update, it's going to be like 3.75 before the trade price. So I imagine the trade price is going to bring it down to like $3 million-ish or something. I mean, really the selling point of this car is that it fucking jumps up and then has parachute. It's got infinite parachutes, people, all right? Moving on. The Bambushka here, yes, almost $6 million. This is the trade price, but they are going to lower this to 4.75 million as the base price. So I assume the trade price is going to be like 3.5. Still, way too much money to spend on this big-ass plane right here. Now, granted, it's an impressive big-ass plane, and it's fun to say. And if you look inside very closely, there are pinup girls and stuff. This is how fast, this is the top speed of this plane right here. It will die in like 2 sniper shots, 2 explosive sniper shells. I would not spend your money on this. But if you are going to spend your money on this, I'd wait until it's cheaper. Moving on. Next up are a bunch of vehicles that live in the facility. I'm just going to go through all of them. I mean, it's not alphabetical, but that's all right. So first up, boom, the Chernobog here. This thing is, honestly, it's pretty cool. And it's got its own space here in the facility, as you saw. And its price is going way down. I think the regular price is like 3.3 million-ish. Obviously, the trade price is there. And it's going to go down to 1.5 million. I think the trade price might even be like $1 million or less. Like, I would highly recommend getting one of these bad boys. Now, keep in mind, you will not be able to get the Galaxy livery on it without some shenanigans and glitches and stuff. But, you know, if you like and subscribe to the channel, you make sure you don't miss any. I'm kidding. Flip for the win here. Moving on. Ooh, this one right here, people. The Impante Deluxo. One of my favorite vehicles in the game, if you're like, what does this do? It's the Back to the Future flying car, all right? I mean, I don't know if the Back to the Future car flies, but it looks like the DeLorean, and it flies. And it's got dope rockets. The Deluxo, or the Impante Deluxo. You want to be a fucking dick about it. The trade price, obviously, is 3.5, but like without the trade price, this is $4.721 million initially. And after this update, again, on April 27th, It's going to now be $5.75 million. $6 million. This thing is going up in price. If you need one of these and you haven't bought one yet, buy it now. All right? Buy it right goddamn now. This is that shit that you definitely want to buy, along with the Akula, before it goes way up in price, along with the Oppressor Mark II. But we'll get to that. Look at it, people. It flies. What more do you want? Ooh, this one is a real nice one, people. This one basically, if you're like, what does this one do? Since they're all so special, this one's the first submarine car. A lot of these vehicles, I'm realizing, are on war stock. But anyway, Stromberg here. The OG submarine car. Look, that's what it does, all right? It's dope. And it's going down in price, actually. Wow. Initially 3.2 million, just about, 3.185. Going down to 2.5 million. One last thing to cover in here. This does have to live here in the facility. The Mammoth Thruster. The jetpack here. Now again, to get the Galaxy livery, you need to do some special shenanigans and glitches. The price of this is going way down. I think initially it's 3.7 million just about right now, 3.65. It's going down to 2.5 million before you even get the trade price going. So for all you players who've always wanted one or like, fuck that, I'm not spending $4 million. Well, there you go. It's got its own little spot in the facility. It is nice. Look at all these goddamn Amani Tech vehicles. But no, this one here in particular, the Dubachi Champion, Dr. Dre's car, for no reason at all, is getting a ridiculous price hike. It's going from $3 million base to like almost $4 million base, 3.75. It's one of my favorite of the Amani Tech cars, and it's fast as fuck, boy. No, I'm kidding, but it's fast, it performs well, it's got the aggressive armor plating on it. I think this thing can eat like 20 RPGs when you're in it or something absurd. And it's got the anti-lock-on technology on top of all of that. Boom! The Declasse Granger 3600 LX is another one for no reason at all. Even though there's 8 Amani Tech vehicles, it's just this and the Champion over there. This one used to be 1.38 million. Now it's going to be $2 million. They're up in the price of this. So I would pick one up right now while it's cheap, because this is one of the only vehicles in the game where not only can you have 4 people in it, but you can have an additional 4 people hanging off the sides and like holding LMGs. The Granger, by the way, is here on southern San Andreas in luxury, which is a weird place for it to be hiding. But it's not as important as like the Akula or, you know, some of the others like the Scramjet. I have 17 garages. I don't know where the rest of these cars are. Oh, next up, people, probably my favorite vehicle on the list. It's got by far and away the strongest boost in the game. More importantly, though, it's got one of the best liveries in the entire game, and you don't have to do anything special for it. I think you just get this. I mean, you could do other liveries too if you're not cool, but look at that. No other car in the game is going to allow you to do some shit like that. Launch into midair, kill a jet with some like crazy locking on shit, and then just go back to landing like, well, what's up, I'm chilling. It costs 3.48 million right now, and it's going to cost 4 million after the change, but still, save yourself some money and pick one up. The next one, people, because this is like number 12 at this point. My God, there are a lot of these. Also on war stock, only part of the Xbox Series X. PS5, they don't have this. No, I'm kidding. They also have it. This is the weaponized Ignis right here. All right, I mean, that's pretty good, actually. Next up is the last plane on the list, which, my God, there's like 18 vehicles that they're changing for no reason. At least it's not all of them. The Tula here. Again, this is the trade price. You're looking at $5.2 million to buy this right now. In a week's time, price is going way down, so do not buy this until next week. Even 4.1 million is a lot. With the trade price, it's probably going to be closer to 3, but still. What's not to love about that? It's not really anime titties, but it's close enough. Goes in the water. It's got VTOL functionality. It's got JADO thrusters. It's a cool plane. I own one. I like it. I think it's dope. It's got a livery that says how high. It's fucking sick, bro. Moving on. People, this right here, this next car, the Toreador, this is going up from 3.6 million here to $4.25 million. And this thing, oh, it's like a must-own vehicle. And first of all, the boost on it, oh, it's so excellent. One of my favorite vehicles in the entire game, really. I mean, this thing flies. Yeah. Moving on, finally. Oh, we got the last two vehicles. Finally. Oh, people, the Oppressor Mark 1 here. You know how much I used to... This and the Scramjet are probably the two most, like, fun, quote-unquote, vehicles in the entire game. I mean, just the physics of toying around with them and doing shit alone. It's unparalleled. I believe that's the trade price for it, but right off the bat, it's 3.5 million. It's going to be lowered to 2.75 million. With the trade price, it's probably going to be even less. The last one. Oh, the reason this video exists right here. The clickbait of the title. The Oppressor Mark II. Look at it. The shmoney one. Now, granted, you cannot get this money livery on here without some glitch shenanigans. But this right here, people. This is like the quintessential vehicle of GTA Online for the last couple of years. The bane of everyone's existence. This shit, no one wanted to see it. And yet everyone was like, fuck yeah, when it came out. Because it's a jet. What more do you want? It's a jet bike, all right? But obviously, with great power comes great responsibility. All of these other vehicles, the Scramjet, the Deluxo, if they're going up or down, it's by like 20, 30%. This shit is going up by over 100%. This is $8 million. If you take one thing away from this video, it's that you need to buy this in the next 5 days. If you're seeing this after April 27th, remember that this is now a video showing off the past of what GTA used to look like. Ooh. Granted, it's a bit late at this point. There's like millions and millions of them already out in the wild, but I guess for any new players, it's just that much harder to get on par with everyone. I don't like really the most important reason to own one of these is this right here. Yeah, no, people, you know the spiel. Check the channel, leave a like, thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, do all that fun stuff. Check Twitch and Discord. Both those links are in every description. I really appreciate you watching them.